fighting, it's late at night. The doctors on the TV too give them a fright. The movies are cheesy and so's the host. Look out, honey, here's 13 ghosts. And Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater, Bill the Monster, Eater. And Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater, Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater, ghoulies, come on! It's showtime, ghoulies! Good evening, ghoulies, and welcome to Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater Frankenstein Fiesta, because we got a couple of poopy loads of some strange Frankenstein films for you. I don't know, what they were thinking, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But of course, sitting next to me, the infamous Lumberjack Jim. Now, some of you may not, applause are in order here. Come on. We do have a legend in his own mind among us. He has wrestled such stars as Ken Patera, Hulk Hogan. That was shortly after he made the Rocky film, if I'm correct in saying that.
Correct as usual, Doctor.
As usual. All right, we've got someone that agrees with me for once. But why don't you give us a little bit of your wrestling background? I know we covered that before, but we've got a lot of new ghoulies that joined us just recently.
Well, I got involved in 1981. First time I was on TV was Hulk Hogan after the Rocky movie. That was his big comeback in the AWA. He hurt me.
Did he really hurt you?
No, he didn't hurt me. He's a wuss.
Is he really?
He's a wuss. We wrestled the AWA for almost 12 years. Ken Patera, Rick Martel, Nick Bockwinkel. The Crusher. It wasn't really a wrestling match because you had to go third speed to make him look good.
Oh, I see.
The Valiant Brothers, Jerry Blackwell, Wahoo McDaniel.
Baron von Raschke?
Baron von Raschke.
You did wrestle Baron von Raschke?
No, I've met him.
Oh, you met him?
Never had to wrestle him.
Oh, okay.
That he was scary. He was in the hall.
That was pretty scary.
Vern Gagne, Greg Gagne. Brunzell, yeah.
Yeah, they got bitten so many times. Was that really what happened, or did he have some sort of calcium deposits? We don't know.
Calcium deposits.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. The old Baron von Raschke. I knew some girls that they used to go drive them wrestlers around in a van. I heard some stories. I'm sure you heard some stories too.
I'll tell you some stories, but minors.
So who was the the toughest contender that you might have gone up against?
The toughest one was a fellow named Tony DeVito. He was into full contact karate before he got into wrestling, and if he had a bad day, he let you know he had a bad day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So did you encounter him on a bad day?
Several times. He was, several times. Yeah, he's had a girlfriend leave him once, and he lived for 3 months on whiskey and Twinkies.
I know a lot of people in Kenosha that
he was a strange, violent little man.
I see.
Strange, violent little man.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Now, you didn't happen to catch last week's show. It seems that you have a challenger out there. I don't know if you...
I haven't seen your show for quite a while. I've been enjoying my spare time golfing. Well, I came from the golf course here to say happy birthday.
Well, you're living the big time now, are you?
Yeah, I took up golf to get as far away from athletics as I could.
That's a good one.
That's it. And I heard, when I came in today, I heard a rumor that there was a challenge issue.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like, of course, now he's nowhere to be found. Well, and you know how it goes with these challengers. Is there another professional wrestler in the house?
From his dishwashing job for another couple hours.
Ah, I see how that's going. Anyway, ghoulies, we got a lot of crazy things going on here tonight. Lots of special guests. Big Frankenstein Fiesta. And I guess we've got to give Perry his airtime here. Now, what's going on with the Gravesites hearse meet, the big one? This is the big one coming up, isn't it?
The big one, number 4, our 4th annual hearse meet will be held on Saturday, August 14th at Kelly's Pub and Retriever, which is about 9 miles west, right on Highway C. We got live bands, gonna have a parking lot full of hearses, caskets, horror host, beer, soda, raffles, food, and it starts at 1 p.m. and goes to probably 1 a.m. this year.
Oh, really? Okay, and I know the doc's going to probably show up. I've got a new musical lineup we'll talk about a little bit later.
And I'd like to say hello to my good friend Tim Storino, who just had a transplant recently. Good luck, buddy.
And did you do the operation yourself?
I got the old one.
Or did you just get him the parts?
Yeah, I help with the parts.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense here. And Crimson Theater.
I had a hand in it.
Okay, I see where that's going there. Anyway, Ghoulies, there's been many Frankenstein films created long since, even before they were films. It was Mary Shelley's famous novel. Of course, it was a crazy night in the mansion. And if you want to check that out, Gothic is the movie you need to see. It's a Ken Russell film. That'll give you a little bit of a rundown on the night Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. But of course, there were silent films, and finally Boris Karloff probably made it the big success that it is still today. There's probably been hundreds and hundreds of Frankenstein films. Somebody out there could probably tell me exactly how many. Anybody here?
139.
I bet there's more than that. There's got to be, but we'll go with that for now. Anyway, that some of them have been good, some of them have been bad. I mean, we had Blackenstein, we had Dracula versus Frankenstein. That was a great one, but that was really, the poopy load you're expecting on Crimson Theater.
Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein.
Oh, Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, which I heard Bud and Lou wanted no part of that one, and it's probably their most famous movie that they've ever done. That's how things can backfire on you. And yeah, I know. So we've got quite a lineup, but what we have for you tonight is a very strange, believe it was a pilot for a Frankenstein series that they were going to try to make over in, I think it's Hamer Studios. And recently released, escaped, depending on how you look at it. But we brought this feature up for your attention in any case. Anyway, Ghoulies, you get the Tales of Frankenstein on Dr. Destruction's Frankenstein Fiesta Dinner Party. Now you get to the movie.
There's some of that blue stuff.
Yeah, we'll have some. It's great.
By insatiable curiosity, nor went further into the unknown than the unforgettable Baron Frankenstein. So infamous were his exploits that his name stands forever as a symbol of all that is shocking, unspeakable, forbidden. Thus, in our day, any story which chills the soul and freezes the blood is truly a tale of Frankenstein. Now join us in the mystery, the excitement, and the stimulation that comes when we tell a story so weird, so dark, so harrowing, that it deserves to be called one of the many Tales of Frankenstein.
I would get soaked to my skin.
Hurry up!
Can't we wait a few minutes?
Hurry up!
Why do we have to leave here every night?
Those are
Can't
the
we
Baron's
sleep in?
orders.
But why? Why?
Why? The Baron doesn't want any servants sleeping in.
brain came from the skull of a murderer. And you still wanted to kill. But with the right brain. The brain of an intelligent man. A good man. Where do I find it?
We'd like a room for tonight.
Yes, madam. This way, please. The room will be ready in a few minutes. Some hot grog for the gentleman.
It was a long trip. It's going to be worth it. I'm sure of it.
I hope he can help me.
He will. You must believe that.
I want to, but I can't hold out much longer. I'm tired, Christina. Sometimes I wish I'd go to sleep and never wake up.
Don't talk that way. You are not going to die. You will be helped by Baron Frankenstein.
Get the carriage.
Tonight?
Get the carriage now. I'd like to see the Baron.
I am Baron Frankenstein.
Oh, well, my name is Halpert, Paul Halpert. This is my wife, Christina.
Oh, please.
Thank you.
I hope you'll forgive us for intruding on you at such a late hour.
Oh, allow me. Right over there, please. Well, your husband appears to be quite ill. What brings him out on a night like this?
A matter of life and death.
Of life and death?
Yes, you were right, Baron. My husband is ill, critically ill. We've come here to ask your help.
I don't understand. I'm not a physician.
We know that. We've heard about your work.
I still don't understand.
We've heard you can create life. If that is true, you must also be able to prevent people from dying.
I'm afraid facts have a peculiar way of becoming distorted, Mrs. Halbert. It is true I was once involved in certain experiments with animals, research on prolonging the span of life. But as for humans, that kind of experimentation is against the law.
We're not here to spy. If you're concerned about ethics...
There's really nothing to be ethical about.
Well, then, if it's a matter of money, here, you have my jewels. Everything we possess.
You are placing an exaggerated value on my lack of knowledge.
Baron, please.
Well, have this. You have good hands. Are you an artist?
A sculptor.
You will help him.
I wish I could. But I'm afraid I cannot work miracles. I suggest you take your husband back to the village, Mrs. Halbert. Any physician can do more than I can.
You're telling us to leave.
I'm sorry. Good night. Patience. 3 more days. And if you live again, 3 days. Maybe less.
I'm sorry. That's all I can do.
He can't die. Doctor, you're a man of influence. He will listen to you.
Who will listen to me?
Baron Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
He could keep Paul alive.
Believe me, if I were not sympathetic with your despair, madam,
Surely you've heard of Frankenstein's experiments.
The stories I have heard, I have chosen to disregard. For your own good, I would suggest you do the same.
You have just finished telling me there's no hope.
I was just trying to be realistic, Mrs. Halpert. Believe me, I understand your desperation.
Is it a violation of a doctor's ethics to admit it's possible someone has found the secret of life and death?
If such a secret existed, the medical profession would know it.
Does the medical profession know everything? Does it, Doctor? Don't.
Ah, there you are, ghoulies. How about this Tales of Frankenstein? It's too bad they didn't make a few more of these. It really wasn't half bad. Kind of almost resembled an actual Universal classic there. They were doing a pretty good job. Of course, I do have Lumberjack Jim with me again, and he's telling us about the glory days of 70s professional wrestling, or 80s. 80s, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, really. I didn't mean it.
Before cable TV wrecked it.
Yes, before. Well, didn't cable TV? Well, no, I'm not going to go there. We are on.
Sorry,
cable
Ralph.
TV. Yeah, you should, remind the cable station if they are not playing Crimson Theater to get Crimson Theater immediately. We're looking for a satellite company, aren't we? No, maybe we're. Where's Igor anyway today? I don't know. He's a little delinquent eyeball today. I don't know where he is. Igor, are you in the building? I think I hear Igor out there somewhere. So, now, what was probably the funnest wrestling match that you've ever had?
The most fun was Billy Robinson.
Billy
He was
Robinson.
an Englishman
Manchester,
from
England.
Manchester,
Billy
England.
Robinson.
Exactly
Manchester,
right,
England.
Sammy. Manchester, England. He was a practical joker. He's a fun guy to be around, fun to hang with before, after. It was
Just a great old time, huh?
just a jolly old English time, yeah.
Yep, sounds like there was a lot of fun in the old days of professional wrestling. Of course, I think the wrestling would come on, and then the monster movies would come on, and there would be all sorts of crazy things going on. back on the good old days of, you know.
The bowling and roller derby.
Oh yeah, what was that one? The bowling game.
Yeah,
That
bowling
was.
for
I spent
dollars.
many a very boring night watching the bowling game, hoping I'd see a preview for what they were going to have on Shock Theater or the upcoming Gamera movie. But yeah, I don't know where this challenger of yours is. He just seems to be hiding out because now he realizes that he's got a true professional in the castle.
I'm sure if he's got any professionalism in it all, if he promised he'd show up, he'll show up.
All right, we're wondering where he is. Where are you, guy?
You know something? You know something? I am right here. I just got here.
Perry, you leave the door open again?
Perry.
See what kind of trash blows in when the kids leave the door open on?
Castle. And you know something? Lumberjack Jim, I challenged you to a match right here last week.
Decaf.
Where are you?
Decaf.
Come on.
Security?
You know,
Security?
Lumberjack Jim versus the American Idol Jason Parks. That's right. I want Lumberjack Jim, Dr. Destruction. You told me I can wrestle him. Now come on, let's go.
I don't know. Is this
I think
sanctioned by?
that was,
Sanctioned by the DWA, the Destruction Wrestling Alliance.
I think
They got these clauses signed, insurance policies.
That looks like we got a no-go here tonight.
If what's in his pants.
No, actually, you were kicked out of the castle last week.
I was not kicked out.
Yes, Igor disposed. Igor, what's going on here? We've got chaos at the dinner party. This is just not fair.
If what's
This is
in
not
your
good, is
pants
it? No,
is
this
as
is
big as
bad
your
night
mouth,
on Crimson
you'd be
Theater.
over here.
You've come to ruin my dinner party.
I'm coming right next to you, one-on-one.
Yeah!
Dispose of that creature. Get him out of here. Go on. It's enough. This is not sanctioned. This is not a sanctioned wrestling match. It's about time. Oh, now there they're going. Oh, no. Watch the tombstones. Oh, no, ghoulies. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here on Crimson Theater. This is totally uncalled for, but someone finally did hear that. All right. I don't know. We got a terrible condition tonight here on Crimson Theater. Yeah, it looks like everything's under control. Enough of that now. Anyway, ghoulies, you got to get back to Tales of Frankenstein. Now, I really apologize for this. This wasn't in the script at all. And I'm sorry, none of my little ghoulies are upset, are they, tonight? No, but, you know, we're trying to get some grant money here, so could you shut up? Anyway, ghoulies, you get back to Tales of Frankenstein on Dr. Destruction's big Frankenstein Fiesta. Now, you get to the movie.
DWA, Destruction Wrestling Alliance.
Clean that mess up back there.
Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection unto eternal life. Amen.
Mrs. Hathaway, somehow I feel guilty.
That's very charitable of you, Baron. Unfortunately, your sense of guilt will not bring my husband back.
Come back before sunrise and finish the job.
I must close the grave.
Leave it open until sunrise.
I'm taking a chance if they find out.
Would you have my luggage brought down, please? I'll be leaving in about an hour.
Yes, madam.
Could I have some of those flowers? Of course. Take them all. Thank you.